Hey everyone, Antonia Lojudice here from StayHungryBeFoolish.com, and today I have the immense pleasure of speaking with Jaime Jaramillo, or Papa Jaime, as he is better known in his country of Colombia. Papa Jaime, if I may say, it is an honor to be speaking with you today. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be with you today.
So for those who might not know Papa Jaime, for over 35 years now, you devoted your life to helping the street children in Bogota. A life mission, actually, which led you to found a foundation, Fundación Niños de los Andes, and you rescued over 65,000 children from the streets and the sewers and completely transformed their lives. If you can tell us, what inspired you to take on this life's mission?
Okay, it was 1973, 40 years ago. It was 1973, Christmas time. I was walking along the street when a fancy car passed by. Somebody from inside threw away a Fisher-Price toy box. The street children that were there ran very fast, and a little girl picked up the box.
Okay.
She was so happy, so excited. She was looking at me, I was looking at her, but while she was looking at me, she didn't see that it was a big truck coming down, hit her, and smashed the girl against the road. When I saw that broken body, I realized what I was born to do to help the street children. This is how I get involved helping the street children. So that day I was impressed and my heart was impacted. And I went out and I bought 100 presents, cheap presents, the Father Christmas costume, Santa Claus costume, and I went out on the streets helping them with these presents. This is how I start this job, or this mission, or this life, I would say, because it's a hope of light for them, no? And one day I opened my eyes and I saw that right now we have over 80,000 children that before they were hooked on drugs, on crack, bazuco, cocaine, depression. They wanted to kill themselves, but now they rediscovered their life and found inner peace and unconditional love. As soon as they found these two things from your being, from your conscious, emanate happiness, joy. And then they enjoy every simple thing that they do. When you do what you love, and when you love what you do, you don't work, you enjoy life.
Absolutely.
But it's very important that inner peace, love are inside of you. This is the most important thing.
Oh, absolutely. And when you started, Papa Jaime, you were alone, right? Like you said, you saw a calling and you went out there alone. And if I remember correctly, I think there was some people who thought that it was not possible for one person to take on a mission like this. How did you respond to this?
I never pay any attention, because to me are criminals of hope, criminals of they steal your dreams. So I don't pay attention to them. And also, all the time they ask the same questions for many years. Why are you doing that? Are you a priest? No. Are you a politician? No. Are you a social worker? No, I am oil geophysicist, engineer. Are you involved in any program? No. You belong to the government? No.
Yeah.
Are you married? Yes. Do you have children? Yes. And the people ask, why?
Yeah.
And always I tell the same story. When you find your mission in your life, the meaning of life gives you whatever you want. This joy, this happiness inside of you is the result of what you have done. Because whatever you do will come back to you always. Always.
Always, absolutely. And you're a perfect example, actually, that one person can make a difference in the world.
Yes.
And through this, Papa, a couple of years ago, you also began another organization, right? Like Papa Jaime Leadership. And so you took it on to another level, giving workshops, seminars, you wrote books. And so you continue to help others to rediscover what lies within themselves, right? In changing their lives. So how did you take this then mission to this other level? What made you take it to on further than with the children?
Because when I saw that the people, most of the people are suffering for nothing, just it's imagination. Because the worst, not even your worst enemy can cause you too much harm as your own thoughts.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Not even your worst enemy can do too damage to you as your own thoughts. So the idea is that the people learn how to handle their feelings, their thoughts. Be master of your heart, master of your mind, but disciple of your heart, of your conscious, of your awareness.
Your awareness.
That's the idea. Because it's when the people realize what they are born to do and they find what they want, things change. But you have to have a dream. But if you don't know what do you want, you will find in a place that you never wanted to stay.
Yeah.
But if you know what you want, you will get it. That's why it's very important. Dream, but with faith, passion, and love. 3 elements. Faith in God, but besides God, you have to believe in yourself. Passion, and love.
Yeah. And you actually had an experience of your own, right? A few years ago, one of your passions, which is paragliding, you went out and on one particular day, your passion nearly took your life, right? You came face to face with dying. So you were speaking about thoughts, Papa Jaime, in that moment, like, what happened? What were your thoughts? Did you think you were dying?
When I was listening the doctors, and I was unconscious, and they said they were talking and say, I told you, don't operate him. He is going to die. Now everybody will know. I told you don't touch him. And let's close these things. And I was listening, and I didn't know, or I couldn't say anything because how?
Yeah.
And I was dead, but I would say 3 things helped me a lot. First, always I'd say not why, is because. No por qué, sino para qué. When something happens, I don't say why, no. Because what? What I have to learn from that. Always there is something to learn. Second thing, meditation. Because as the same thing as the sun shows in light your body and your hair in your life, the meditation is like it's inside. It's a beautiful sensation when you are connected with your soul through the silence, the auto-observation, which is the way to happiness, to joy. And the other thing is to appreciate little things. When you appreciate little things, this is what you will attract. If you concentrate, if I had concentrated myself in what I lost, I will die. I concentrate is all the time, appreciate what I have. Whatever I can do, doesn't matter little. Enjoy it, and say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to make it. And that gives me the opportunity to survive, I would say.
Absolutely. So that's something like for you, it was that experience, but we all face difficulties, whether it's an illness, sometimes it's a job loss, and like you said, Papa Jaime, I mean, we ask, right, why me, why this, or why now? So for you, it would be to get past this by achieving an inner peace first, right? Okay.
Yes. First, if you don't lose your inner peace, because the peace has nothing to do with the outside sensations or whatever happens in the outside. That's the problem, because we were programmed to deposit our happiness in other people, in other actions, outside, not inside. When you deposit your life outside, you have already lose it, because it's outside. It doesn't depend of you. When you work in your own soul and start observe your emotions, because the emotions that you have indicates your sensations in your heart, and what you have in your heart comes from what you are thinking, and what you are thinking comes from, you have approximately 70,000 thoughts per day. Unconscious, many, if you are suffering negative, I am the same as yesterday, the day before yesterday, year ago, the same thoughts. So when you start taking in consideration that these thoughts come from one belief, and you analyze the belief, you will see that this belief is made by fear. Fear. And the fear is the problem, because when somebody is suffering or is experiencing the fear, the people with fear, they do things that they don't want to do. They say things that they don't want to say. And they start living in a hell that they don't never wanted to stay. That is fear. It's the opposite of love. When you can connect to your love instead of the fear, things change instantly, spontaneously,
absolutely.
Immediately.
And it's a little bit like your book, your bestseller, Te amo pero estoy feliz sin ti. So I love you, but I am happy without you. You basically talk in the book about attachments, right, that people have to things. So would you say that what you explained, it's a little bit like, or actually, Papa, how would you say that these attachments to things or people reflect in our lives?
The attachments, the problem is that we were programmed to attach to the people, to the results, and we try to change all the time people or things. That's the main problem. When you realize that your life doesn't depend on what the other people is saying, thinking, or doing, and you start doing your own life, a plan of action, and start living and enjoying every little simple things, life change. But we were, always I say in Spanish, cuando tú te sacrificas y dejas de ser lo que eres por complacer a quien quizás no es feliz, encuentras el camino del sufrimiento, la angustia, la depresión y la desesperación. Cuando tú depositas tu felicidad en el exterior, ya la perdiste. No depende de ti, sino de esa persona o esa cosa. Y si esa persona o esa cosa no hacen lo que tú esperas que hagan, o mueren, o te son infieles, o pierdes tu fuente de placer material, eliges sufrir, porque nos han programado a que amar es sufrir, a que amar es depender, a que amar es depositar toda tu alegría en otro ser humano. Y cuando lo haces, ya perdiste tu sentido de vida, pierdes la alegría de vivir y entras a vivir una frustración que se termina en una depresión salvaje.
Yeah. So basically, the written translation, I'll have it there, but basically, it's when somebody really looks to the outside, people or things, and depends on that for what their happiness will be, they already created their own suffering because they don't have control on how these things can be to meet their expectations of happiness, never realizing that it's already within them. And if they look within them and achieve that inner peace and be happy with that, well, they'll eliminate their suffering because they're never going to have anything to lose, right? Like, because we can lose people, we can lose things, we can lose our jobs. So if we base our happiness on those things, once they're lost, then we created our suffering. So it's first to get our happiness within, because even though we lose these things, well, our happiness will still be there because nobody can take what we have inside away from us.
Exactly.
So, in
and the people tend to sacrifice themselves for somebody, for their children, for the family, for money, for position, and that's the main problem. What I found in all over the world, 95% of the people, 95%, from the richest man in the world to the poorest, from Japan to any place, north to south. Do you know, what do you think that the people waste their life? All over the world, 95% of the people waste their lives doing what? What do you think they do?
They're searching, they keep looking for something to either find meaning or purpose or happiness, like we've been talking about, but on the outside.
What I found is that 95% of the people waste their life trying to impress other people. 95 waste their money trying to impress the others, looking for the applause, the appreciation, what they say, what they think about me. And life, which is great, is wonder, is inspiration, is love, is passion, is energy, pass by. And when they want to do something, it's too late. They are old, or they lost their families, friends, money, whatever, and they cannot do anything because it's too late. That's the problem. This is why I say always that they have to be conscious of what they are doing. What do you want? What are you going to get? What is your dream? And because if you have a dream and you don't have actions, the dream become a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Absolutely, yeah, and I see what you mean, Papa Jaime, because I think a lot of people identify who they are based on what they have, and then how other people perceive them. So they always try, and then there's a competition that comes in, right? Well, if this one did this, now I have to do this because to be able to say that I'm successful, well, now I need to do this. So it's always based on what other people and even society, what society defines about who we are, and we lose touch of who we truly are.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You lose everything because la chispa de la vida, the spark of life, the passion goes. Why? Because you are suffering, you are depending on what they think, what they do, and when you try to get recognition from other people, or you are working for them, if their heart is there, they are going to think whatever they think in your heart, in their heart. Do you understand what I mean? It's
from your life experience, Papa Jaime, if I can just, before I let you go, what would you say is probably the most important thing to be able to live a life with passion?
The most important thing is to be connected.
Okay.
Connected is the connection. In order, let's say every day you have to stay in contact with nature at the moment. Sunrise, sunset, stay in connection with the animal, with these little things, breathing, meditating, helping others, enjoy life, appreciate whatever you have. That gives you passion. But if you are just connected to a computer or chat all the time, or TV, for sure you will be depressed or feeling a big emptiness that you don't know how to fill it out. Why? Because this is the program. I call the people program us. We were programmed as a computer, and we operate as like a robot instead of what you think, what you inspire. When you are inspired, you connect to your spirit, to your soul, to your love, to your consciousness, and then you do whatever you want to do.
And it's so hard, I think, in today's society to be present in the moment, right? There's so much distraction, so much noise around us. How would you say, Papa Jaime, that with everything that's around us, that we can stay and be in the present moment instead of thinking about the future, instead of thinking about the past?
The past doesn't exist, and there is no way that will come back to you. Past is over.
Yeah.
Future, no, because it doesn't exist. The only moment that you have is present. Whatever you do today is what you are going to collect tomorrow. That's why it's very important to know what you want. But you have body, mind, and spirit. Your body needs exercise, good food, good nutrition, and you have to protect your body because it's the connection to your spirit. But your mind needs air, meditation, good books, read, good relations. And your spirit is not only prayer or meditation. Your spirit lives from helping others. When you help others, your spirit open its wings and flies so high. When you don't help, you are just like a snake.
Yeah.
This is
Absolutely.
in these things, when you have a good balance between body, mind, and spirit, you do exercise, you sports, activities, enjoy life, nature, people. The passion comes from yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Papa Jaime. And I would actually invite everyone to visit your website at it's papajaime.com, where you share weekly inspirational messages. And like you said, in helping others, they have probably even an opportunity to go to the Fundación Niños de los Andes and see how they can actually be a part of it themselves. So thank you so much for being here and giving your time and sharing your message with us.
It's a pleasure. What a nice surprise today. I hope we will do it again. And thank you very much. And the most important thing, never, 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 ever stop dreaming.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.